What if the ancient civilizations we thought we understood were actually more advanced than we give them credit for? What if they knew secrets about time? Secrets that could change everything we thought we knew about the future. From mysterious prophecies to complex celestial maps, ancient cultures might have left behind clues that suggest they understood time in ways we're only starting to comprehend. Get ready to dive into time travel secrets that could blow your mind and make you question everything you thought you knew about the past. Starting off this list in our number 10 spot, we have the Mayan calendar. The Mayans weren't just stargazers, they were timekeepers. Their complex calendar system, known as the Mayan long count, is one of the most precise in history. It tracked time over cycles, and while it famously predicted the end of the world in 2012, it may have been more about the cycles than finality. This calendar wasn't just a tool for marking days, it could have been a map to the future. Many believe the Mayans used this intricate understanding of time to predict not only celestial events, but societal shifts and even the rise and fall of civilizations. Could the Mayans have known more about the future than just the end of their calendar? Next, we are talking about the Antikythera Mechanism. Discovered off the coast of Greece in 1901, the Antikythera Mechanism looks like something out of a science fiction novel. This ancient device, often considered the world's first analog computer, was used to track astronomical positions and predict eclipses. But what if this wasn't just a tool for navigation or observation? Some theorists believe it could have been the first attempt at time travel technology, designed to predict not only the movements of the stars, but also to predict major events in history, possibly giving the ancients glimpses into future occurrences. Could this ancient Greek invention have had a deeper purpose, one that we still don't fully understand? Next, we are talking about the Oracle of Delphi. The Oracle of Delphi was more than just a spiritual guide. She was the voice of Apollo, believed to predict the future. Ancient Greeks flocked to Delphi, seeking answers to life's toughest questions, from the fate of nations to personal decisions. Her cryptic prophecies often seemed vague, but many historians believe she tapped into something more profound, perhaps a connection to future timelines. Some even suggest that the oracle's visions were not just inspired by the gods, but could have been glimpses of possible futures, offering a snapshot of what was to come. Was the oracle truly receiving divine messages, or was she unlocking the door to time itself? Next, we are talking about the Nazca Lines. The Nazca Lines, those enormous geoglyphs etched into the Peruvian desert, have long been a mystery. Some think they were made as offerings to the gods, while others believe they were designed to be seen by extraterrestrials. But what if these lines were actually time markers? Spread across miles of barren land, they form intricate patterns that align with the stars, suggesting that the ancients had a deep understanding of celestial events. Some researchers believe these patterns weren't just artistic, they may have been designed to mark significant moments in time, pointing to a hidden knowledge about future astronomical phenomena or events that would shape the world centuries later. Next, we are talking about the Pyramids of Giza. The Great Pyramid of Giza is aligned with the stars of Orion's belt with such precision that it could be a message from the ancients. This pyramid isn't just an impressive feat of architecture, it might be an ancient timekeeping device. The Egyptians were known for their astronomical knowledge, and the pyramid's alignment with the stars suggests that the pyramids could have been used as a tool to track time, marking specific moments in history and perhaps even predicting the future. Was this massive structure built not only to honor the pharaohs, but also as a cosmic clock to mark the passing of time, or could it have even been used to peer into future events? Next up, we are talking about the Hindu Kalachakra. Ancient Hindu texts speak of the Kalachakra, or the Wheel of Time, which represents time as a continuous cycle. Birth, death, and rebirth. This idea of cyclical time suggests that what happens in one era is destined to repeat in the next. This concept goes beyond philosophical musings and touches on something far more profound. Ancient Hindu texts like the Mahabharata seem to suggest that civilizations may rise and fall in a loop, with future events somehow tied to past actions. Could ancient civilizations have understood that time wasn't a straight line, but a series of repeating cycles, allowing them to anticipate future events based on the rhythms of the past? Next, we are talking about the Inca's astronomical knowledge. The Inca civilization was one of the most advanced in terms of its understanding of time. They crafted calendars based on lunar and solar cycles, designed perfectly to predict agricultural seasons and celestial events. But this wasn't just about farming. The Inca also believed that these cycles determined the fate of the empire. Some experts believe the Inca could predict major events, including the rise and fall of dynasties, using these astronomical observations. This suggests that the Inca may have known more about the future than just the weather. Their calendar systems could have been fine-tuned instruments, allowing them to read time and the future like an open book. Next, we are talking about the Sumerians and the Anunnaki. The ancient Sumerians, regarded as one of the first great civilizations, left behind texts that tell of the Anunnaki, gods who supposedly arrived from the stars with advanced knowledge. These beings, according to Sumerian lore, had the ability to shape the future and impart their knowledge to humanity. Some scholars suggest that the Anunnaki may have shared knowledge of future technological advancements, predicting things like space travel and even the genetic manipulation of humans. Could these ancient gods have left behind not just warnings, but actual time-based knowledge to guide the Sumerians, and perhaps even influence the course of future history? Next, we are talking about the ancient Book of the Dead. The Book of the Dead, an ancient Egyptian text, wasn't just a manual for navigating the afterlife, it was a guide to understanding the passage of time beyond death. The Egyptians viewed time as a cyclical force, with life and death not as opposing forces, but as interconnected. They believed that by understanding the timing of their rituals and aligning themselves with the stars, they could manipulate the flow of time. Could this ancient belief in eternal life be tied to an understanding of time travel? The idea that the soul transcends time suggests that the Egyptians might have had access to knowledge beyond their immediate era, possibly even glimpsing at events that were yet to come. And finally, to end this list today, we are talking about the ancient sea explorers. Ancient civilizations like the Phoenicians are credited for some of the earliest long-distance sea voyages, but their knowledge may have gone beyond simple navigation. It's believed that these explorers used their astronomical knowledge not just to chart the seas, but to predict the future, aligning their journeys with celestial patterns that held significance for future events. Some theorists believe these voyages were part of a much larger plan, with ancient mariners secretly navigating through time by syncing their travels with the cycles of the stars. Were these ancient sea explorers simply ahead of their time, or did they know how to unlock the secrets of time travel through the stars? Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thanks so much for checking it out. I've been your host today, Olivia Kozlowski, and I will see you again soon. Bye!